going to do numericals. Please refer to NCERT page number 57, everyone. I'll be helping you with the numericals on colligative properties. Just a minute. That's it. So this is your page number 57 for your reference. There are in-text questions here. Now the colligative properties that we have already done are 3. And I'm not using the numericals for the 4th colligative property. The first colligative property is your relative lowering of vapor pressure. The formula that we use is P01 minus P solution divided by P01, that is the pure vapor pressure of the solvent, is equal to the mole fraction. Now at times when we substitute the value of mole fraction, the value is moles of solute upon moles of solvent plus moles of solute. Since the colligative properties are applicable to dilute solutions, you will find that for most of the numericals, what we do is we ignore this in the denominator. Because it is a dilute solution, the amount of solute is going to be very less. Hence, the reformed formula for your relative lowering in vapor pressure therefore becomes P01 minus P solution upon P01 is equal to N2 by N1. You are allowed to use this formula for your numericals in class as well as in the boards, because this is acceptable. Also, this means what? Weight of the moles of the solute is weight of the solute by molecular mass of the solute divided by weight of solvent by molecular mass of the solvent. So this is the formula that you can substitute for the first colligative property. I am referring to numerical 2.9 now. Let's read the question first. The question says vapor pressure, the vapor pressure of the pure water at 298, which means the values given to you in this numerical are, this value is for pure water, this value is 23.8 mm of mercury. Please do not bother with the units of pressure. The reason being that whether it's given in mm, torr, pascals, doesn't matter to us. We'll report the answer in the same very unit. So these two are given. 50 grams of urea. So that is your solute is urea and 50 grams. So your W2 becomes 50 grams. Weight of solute. The molecular mass of urea is not given to you, so you will have to calculate it. Substituting the values, you will find the molecular mass is 60U, and you can substitute this value of 60U in the formula where? In the molecular mass of the solute. So this takes this position. Alright, coming to the further information, you are given 850 grams of water, which means this is your 850, and this molecular mass of water is 18. I will resubstitute the values now. Have a look. 23.8 minus the P solution, which is to be found on the left hand side, divided by again 23.8. That is the vapor pressure of the pure water. Now this is equal to 50 divided by 60. Further, you have in the denominator weight of water, that is 850 divided by 18. Now, so I've substituted all values. Any doubts? Any doubts in the value substitution? No. Hence,
No,
now we need to write the P solution. Will you be able to do the mathematics? Will you be in a position? I hope the rest everything is substituted. The only difference is there are two things to be found. First is calculate the vapor pressure of water for this solution, which means you have to find P solution as I had already told you. So the first part is over. Second part is you have to also determine the relative lowering. Now let me do that. The P solution, after you calculate for this question, it is going to come out to be 23.38 reported as mm of mercury. Please do the calculation to verify this value. This is your answer number 1. As I said, the question also asks you to find relative lowering of vapor pressure. Now what is this? This is your left hand side of the formula, which means the total P01 minus P solution divided by P01 is equal to X2. Relative lowering of vapor pressure means you have to determine this value. Now to determine this value, that is the second part of the question. As you can read the question once again. Vapor pressure of pure water is given to you. 50 grams of urea is given to you. 850 grams of water was given to you. So the right hand side could be calculated. Now to find the vapor pressure of water, you found it by calculation to be 23.38. The second thing to be asked in the question is relative lowering of vapor pressure. Now this relative lowering of vapor pressure is your left hand side. Let me substitute the values. I'll just use a bigger, bolder marker for better clarity. Now let's substitute these values. This is to be asked. So you values become, the question had the values as 23 point, how much was the value given for pure water? 23.8 minus this value 23.38 divided by 23.8. This value is your answer for the second part. Substitute these values, it comes out to be 0.42 in the numerator divided by 23.8 in the denominator, and this value is 0.0176 is your answer for this numerical.
ये सिंपली मोल फ्रैक्शन ऑफ सॉल्यूट से नहीं निकाल सकते, मतलब सॉल्यूट की मोल फ्रैक्शन कैलकुलेट करके? You can
do that. You can get the mole fraction of solute, and that will also, either you do it like this or you find the mole fraction, it will come out to be the same. You can definitely do it via the mole fraction, which will be what? Moles of the solute upon moles of water, which will be what? Which you have actually also done. You have 50 grams divided by 60 is the molecular mass of urea, divided by weight of water, which is 850 divided by 18. It should come out to be this. Of course, we have neglected certain amount of solute in the right hand side, but the value would come out to be same. It can be done that way also. Fine. Moving to the second question. On the in-text side, 2.10, everybody please focus. Let's read the question. Boiling point of water is 750 mm of mercury. At 750 mm of mercury, which is the atmospheric pressure, is 99.63. Please pay attention. Water ka boiling point is not given to you as 100, which means there might be some impurities in the water sample already. We are not concerned with it. This is your water pure. How much sucrose? You need the formula of sucrose, which is not given in the question, is to be added to 500 grams of water such that the boiling point goes to 100. As you can clearly see, now I would be solving this question. You have the question in front of you. I am solving it in this format. The question number was 2.10. Just a minute. We move to question 2.10, everybody. Now for this question, you are going to solve it. The question says you have sucrose. Now sucrose is C12H22O11. Of course, they should have given you the formula. Not to worry. The sucrose formula is this. If you calculate the molecular mass of sucrose, it will come out to be 342U. You can check it yourself. Now talking about, the question requires you to calculate the weight of the sucrose, W2 that is. Weight of the solute is to be found, and you are provided with the elevation of boiling point. Delta TB is given to you. Final boiling point is given to you as 100 for the solution. The pure water boiling point is given to you as 99.63. So the elevation comes out to be 0.37. Let's write down the formula required. The formula required for this question is delta TB is equal to Kb, which is also provided in the question, into molality. Now instead of molality, you will substitute the values. Weight of solute upon molecular mass of solute is molality is moles of the solute divided by weight of the solvent to be taken in grams, and actually it is required in kg, that is why you have 1000 in the numerator. Now let's substitute these values to get the answer. Now substituting these values, Kb value for water is always 0.52. There is no harm in learning this value, because for your entrances this value might not be given. So Kb is 0.52. Only for water I would advise that you should know the values of Kb, which is 0.52, and Kf, which is 1.86. Now after this you are given delta TB. We calculated it to be 0.37, as you can see it here, is equal to weight of the solute, that is Kb, of course. Kb is 0.52 first, Weight of the solute you have to calculate W2. Molecular mass of the solute is 342. Just a minute. So substituting 342 here, you have 342. Now coming to the weight of water. Water is given to you as 500 and you need to add that 1000 in the numerator. Substituting all the values, as you can see, your agenda is now to find W2. I have substituted the values for you. You can translate 0.37 into 342 into 500 divided by 0.52 into 1000 and you will get your answer for the solute amount, that is the sucrose amount on calculation should come out to be 121.67 is the expected answer for this particular question. Any doubts? Any queries? There's a direct formula based question is given to you and I've just substituted the values. The only thing that you needed to understand in this was that the question has the value of water given to you is 99.63. So that is fine. And the final is 100. Now moving to the third question. The third question is 2.11. Now this 2.11, let's read the question. The 2.11 says calculate the mass of ascorbic acid. Vitamin C is ascorbic acid. That's the other name of vitamin C. They have provided you with the formula. Since the formula is given to you as C6H8O6, it is to be dissolved in 75 grams of acetic acid. This is not water. To lower its melting point. Now don't get worried with the word melting point. You can take it to be same as the freezing point. Lowering is given to you 1.5. You are left with the Kf value. This is not water as an aqueous medium. So the Kf is provided to you as 3.9. Again, it is a direct question of depression in the freezing point. So I would be substituting here. Your question is 2.11. Okay, just a minute. So you have 2.11 question. Now for this particular question, you first of all need to find out the molecular mass of the ascorbic acid given to you. This is ascorbic acid. Let's substitute 12 6 are 72 plus 8 plus 16 6 is 96. The total mass comes out to be 176 grams per mole, or you may write it as U. What's the difference? If you write it as 176 grams per mole, you are talking about molar mass. But the same thing if you say, ma'am, it is 176 U, it means you are talking about molecular mass. What's the difference between the two words? Molar mass is the mass for 1 mole, while molecular mass is for the single molecule. Fine? Alright, done with the molecular mass calculation. Now the question wants you to calculate again the weight of the solute. So let me first of all write down the formula for it. The formula is delta TF is equal to Kf, multiplied by W2 by molecular mass of the solute into W1, the weight of solvent. If it in grams, you use 1000 there. Let's substitute the values for this. Delta TF is given to you as 1.5. The units do not matter. It is a change in temperature. Whether it was given in Kelvin scale or in degree scale, the change remains the same. So you don't need to bother about the units if there is a change of freezing melting point given to you. Kf for acetic acid given is 3.9 multiplied by weight of ascorbic acid needed is not given to you. Molecular mass we just calculated it to be 176. Acetic acid in which this ascorbic acid is dissolved is 75 grams. Since it is grams, you need 1000 there. All values are substituted, rearrange, transform and get the value of W2. The value of W2, that is your weight of ascorbic acid after calculation, should come out to be 5.07 grams. You can check the calculations later. In today's class, I'm only doing the numericals related to colligative property, relative lowering of vapor pressure, elevation in boiling point, and the depression in the freezing point. We will be talking about the fourth colligative property in the next class. Now let's move on to the numericals of the exercise questions. Please move on to page number, just a minute, let me see, check down the page number. Just give me a minute to rearrange these sheets. Just a minute. Okay, that's the page. This is the sheet that I'm referring to. It is NCERT page number 62. Everybody, NCERT page number 62 are the numericals that we are going to talk about now, the exercise questions. All right. We've already done the in-text questions. Now we are moving on to the exercise questions. Let's start with the exercise question. I'll just rub this portion so that I am in just exactly in. I hope nobody has any problems. I've already substituted the values and you have your values given to you. Let me just quickly rub it off so that we can begin in a minute. All right. Please read question number 2. I'll give you the, wait a minute. In a minute, wait. Please read the question number 2.15 till I get this sheet cleared. 2.15, please read the question. For all numericals, my advice is that you should read the question twice before thinking about what is to be done. You get a better prospect of the question if you read it twice. Let's move on to this question. The question says an aqueous solution of 2% non-volatile solute. What do you mean by this? This means 2 gram is your solute and 98 grams is your water. Please do not take water to be 100 grams. 2% always means 2 parts out of total of 100. So the rest is water since it's given an aqueous solution. It exerts a pressure given to you is 1.004 bar. Now since the pressure given to you is 1.004 bar, it is the pressure of the solution is 1.004 bar. Doesn't matter to us what is the unit given. At the normal boiling point of the solution. Now what is the normal boiling point of the solution? That is 100 degrees C solvent, that is water. Of course, you don't require that boiling point. Now, what is the molar mass of the solute? That means you need to calculate M2, molar mass of the solute. I always use 2 for solute and 1 is we are using it for the solvent. The book also does the same. Now the problem lies which particular formula is to be used. Since it is a vapor pressure question, so the formula is your relative lowering of vapor pressure. I'm writing the formula down. P01 minus P solution divided by P01 is equal to mole fraction of the solute. I'm opening it up. N2 upon N1 plus N2. Already told you in the first numerical of today's class that you cannot take N2 in the denominator, which means you're allowed to ignore this part because that will make your calculation easier. Also, the second thing is that your colligative properties are applicable for dilute solutions. So you are allowed to do that. So I have removed this, substituting the values. Weight of the solute divided by molecular mass of the solute is your moles of solute. Now moles of solvent will be weight of the solvent divided by molecular mass of the solvent, which goes up. Now let's start to substitute these values. Now if I want to substitute these values, there is an error in the question or it is less informed. This is given to you as 1.004. Weight of the solute is again given to you as 2%, so it was 2 grams. Molecular mass of the solvent is 18. We are talking about water. Weight of water is also given to you. It's 98 grams. Molecular mass of the solute, since you do not know the solute, you have to find it. But the problem is, You cannot find it until and unless you have this value. This is not given in the question. They have said at the normal boiling point. So the vapor pressure of water, pure water, at 100 degrees C should have been given to you. Normally it is given when it was asked in the boards. So this value is 1.013 is the value of water's vapor pressure, pure water. So your value P01 can be substituted as these. Please substitute the values and get your answer for M2. I would advise that you can go about it, solve it. I'll give you 2 minutes to solve it, and rearranging the values. You should get your answer by rearranging the values as M2. Okay, so your values would be substituted and your answer should come out to be around 41.35. You can write it as grams per mole if you are talking about molar mass, or else if you write it as 41.35 U, that will not be wrong depending on the question. Let's read the question once again. It will be wrong, Peter. It is given as molar mass of the solute, which means the correct way is this. Please do not write it in U. Fine. So that was your question 2.15. Moving on to the next question, which is 2.16, I think. Just a minute. Let me see which question we'll be doing after this. Yeah, no, not 2.16. We'll be doing 2.17. Please read the question 2.17 now. Talking about the question 2.17, let's read it. The vapor pressure of water is given to you as 12.3 kilopascals. Doesn't matter to us whether it's kilopascal, mm of mercury, atmospheres, bars, doesn't matter to us. At 300 K, that is just an information. You don't use the temperature in the numericals. Calculate the vapor pressure of 1 molar solution of a non-volatile solute in it, which means the agenda is P solution is to be found. Fine. So the formula again is relative lowering of vapor pressure. We are doing question number 2.17 and the agenda is relative lowering of vapor pressure. Let's write down the formula for relative lowering of vapor pressure. The formula is P01 minus P solution divided by P01. This will be equal to mole fraction of the solute. I am not redoing it up. N2 by N1, which will be W2 by M2, W1 by M1. Since the values are given to you, let's quickly substitute these values in the question. The question says your vapor pressures of pure water is given to you as 12.3. This value is also given for this. So both can be substituted as 12.3. P solution is asked. So this is to be found. Now moving on to the rest of it. Now there is the catch. The question gave you something as 1 molar. Now what do we mean by the 1 molar? It means 1 mole of the solute divided in 1 kg of your solvent, which clearly means your N2 is equal to 1. Hence, your N2, which is this value, is equal to 1. Fine. Now, talking about 1 kg of solvent. 1 kg of solvent is 1000 grams. And you very well know, if I need to calculate the moles of water, the moles of water, that is N1, is going to be 1000 divided by 18. This value comes out to be 55.5. There is no harm in learning this for your JEE main so that the questions are solved faster. So there was actually no need to go to the second part of the question. We could have done it here itself, which means this parameter, I am rewriting it, 12.3 minus something which is to be found divided by 12.3 is equal to moles of the solute is 1 divided by 55.5, and you can solve your answer here. You may, if you don't want to ignore it, you will find in some books it's written +1 also. So this +1 is because they have not ignored this 1 of the solute, but it is okay for CBSE and boards. There is no harm if you ignore it. That is allowed because we are referring to dilute solutions. From this, you will be solving your value of P solution. On solving it, the value of the P solution should come out to be less than, it should be less than 12.3. That is understood, because when you add a non-volatile solute, the vapor pressure decreases. So the answer is 12.08 kilopascals. You can solve it and re-verify the answer on your own. I'll wait for 1 minute before I move to the next question. Yes, anything? Go ahead. Ask it.
मैम
You are not
एंट्रेंस के
audible.
लिए ये प्लस
Actually, I would advise कि अगर आप ऐसे भी कर लेंगे ना तो it is okay. होगा क्या? In your entrances, this is your value which is at a quicker calculation. But अगर कोई यही वैल्यू है तो आप इसको मार्क कर दीजिएगा. अगर आपको लगता है दूसरी वैल्यू थोड़ा सा इसमें से कम आ रहा है, वो क्यों कम आएगा? Because the numerator would have 55.6 instead of 55.6, it would be 56.5. Sorry, 55.5 की जगह पे 1 add करके it will be 56.5. So the value will be slightly lower, but it will be in the range of 12. So that is fine. Is that okay? So that much of presence of mind you will have to keep. If you ignore 1, your answer is this. If you keep 1, your answer will be slightly lower than 12.08, and you will have to choose from the given values, the options that you are given in your MCQ. Fine. So we've done 2.17. Moving on to 2.18. That will be the last question of today's class. 2.18, we still have around 12. Yeah, we still have around 5-10 minutes. So 2.18, everybody, let's read the question. Calculate the mass of the non-volatile solute, okay, which has a molar mass of 40. The 40 mass is given to you. They've not told you the solute, but the molar mass is given to you, which should be dissolved in 114 grams of octane. So this is your solvent. And they've given you the amount of solvent. They've also given you the name of the solvent, which means you can calculate the molar mass. You have to calculate the, I suppose you have to calculate the mass of the, okay, non-volatile solute. To reduce its vapor pressure to, please, 2 is important, to 80. To reduce the vapor pressure to 80 is the question. Now let's substitute the values. Since you can see we are on question 2.18. Now this question 2.18 is again a question based on relative lowering of vapor pressure. So the formula again remains P01 minus P solution divided by P01 is equal to mole fraction of the solute, which is equal to moles of solute by moles of water, which is equal to weight of solute upon molecular mass of solute, is your moles of what? Moles of the solute coming to the moles of the solvent. The moles of solvent will be W1 by M1. Please try to substitute the values. Substituting the values, what is given to us? It is given that the vapor pressure reduced to 80%. मतलब कम हो गया to 80%. तो शुरू में कितना होगा? जरूर 100 होगा ना बेटा. शुरू में 100 reduced to 80 है. So this will be 80. I said that word to is important. I'll just explain it. Had it been reduced by 80, अगर ये word by होता तब your left hand side, this side I'm talking about, would have been 100 minus 20 by 100. Please read the English carefully. अगर वहां पे by लिख दिया होता means it has reduced by 80, means you are left with 20. But this is just a part where I was trying to explain the English part of it. We are not doing this. This is not to be done. This is only for explanation. Coming back to the question. Substituting the values, we have substituted the right hand side, left hand side as 100 minus 80 by 100 is equal to. Now let's substitute the values here. You have to calculate the weight of the solute, which means this is unknown to you. Molecular mass of the solute was given to you as 40. Weight of the solvent. Now the weight of the solvent was 114 given to you. The weight of the solvent Now you are left with the molecular mass of the solvent. The molecular mass of the solvent is to be calculated. They've only given you octane. So for your information, I just quickly let you know what is an octane. Octane is an alkane. Alkanes have a general formula CnH2n plus 2. Oct का मतलब carbon number is equal to 8. That means N is equal to 8. That is just a recap of alkanes from class 10 to class 11, now to class 12. So this formula of octane becomes C8, H16 plus 2, 18. Now you are in a position to calculate the molecular mass of octane. You would be surprised that you have the molecular mass of octane also comes out to be 114U. You can try it yourself. That is perhaps given to ease out on calculation. So let's substitute. You do not know W2. This is 40. This is 114 and your molecular mass is also 114. So the calculation is going to be really easy. So this is your 20 by 100 on the left hand side. Right hand side you have a W2 by 40 because your 114 gets cancelled. Hence your W2 can be quickly calculated to be, comes out to be how much? Can anybody give me the answer?
Grams.
How much? 8 grams. That's correct. The answer is 8 grams for this particular numerical. Fine. So we've done certain what? What are you asking?
P1 not 100 कैसे किया?
P1 not 100 कैसे लिया? Please read the question once again. Those of you who have not understood कि P1 not 100 कैसे लिया, it is a relative term. If it is saying vapor pressure is reduced to 80%, initial तो दिया ही नहीं है, तो मैं P1 100 भी ले सकती हूँ. आप अगर कहते हैं कि नहीं मैम मेरे को तो P1 1 लेना है, ठीक है? अगर आपको P1 1 लेना है, सॉरी P0 1 अगर आपको 1 लेना है, तो it is reduced to 80%. तो P0 P solution in that case reduced to 80% will be 0.8. Answer वही आएगा. Your left hand side is a fraction, your value will remain the same. Whether you do it like this, or you do it by 100 minus 80 by 100, or you do it by x. I do not like x, so I would not be doing it by x. Is that okay? Understood?
मतलब खुद assume कर सकते हैं.
Of course, why not? As long as you get the same value. Is that fine?